Hello there. Today it's time to wrap things up and to talk about the books that I'm going to be reading next month. The first two books that I read are The Tiny Book of Tiny Stories Volume 1 and Volume 2. I read this along with my good friend Jeffrey, who has a read-along of these books. So if you have not read these books, I really enjoyed them. I gave them both 5 out of 5 stars. They're just little stories with little illustrations, and that's what I love so much about it. Basically picture books for teens and adults, and that's what I love about it. The next book I read was Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler. I read this book with my good friend Ariel Bassett. I have a review posted of this on my channel, so if you click the book, click it, click that book, click that book, click that book, click that book, click that book. If you click the book, you can go to a review and see my thoughts on this beautiful book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. 5 out of 5 stars. And the next thing I read is a manga. Somebody was harping on me for saying manga wrong a couple videos ago, whatever. It was Bakuman Volume 1. I'm not even gonna try to say the author's name. I really enjoyed this. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. It's basically about a story of two people coming together to create their own manga. Manga. The next thing I read was Where Things Come Back by John Corey Whaley. Again, I loved this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I also reviewed it. So if you click on the book, it'll take you to a video I did talking about this book. Check it out. The next book I read was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I read this for the Cray Club Book Club. And again, a 5 out of 5 stars. It was excellent. I would say that the pacing was a little too slow for my liking, but other than that, the story was incredible and just so fun and fascinating. I loved all the 80s pop culture references. I would definitely recommend this one if you're just looking for a super exciting and fun book. The next book that I read, I didn't really read it because there's not really any writing in it except for a few pages. That is Talking Pictures by Ransom Riggs. It's a collection of vintage photographs. Yes. I really love everything that Ransom Riggs does, and this is just another one of his books that I adore. It's so amazing, and check it out if you're into vintage photography. It's so good. Just so good. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So those are the books that I read this past month. It was a very good reading month for me, and I'm excited for the books that I'm going to be reading in March. I'm just going to show you 4 of the books that I will be attempting to read this next month. I'm going to try to get through Crank by Ellen Hopkins. I started this book last month, but I just haven't finished it. I'm about, how far am I? I'm about 200 and something pages in, and I'm really enjoying it so far. The format is very interesting, but I'll talk about this later. The next book is one that I started in February as well, and that is Blank Confession by Pete Hotman. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this book right now. It's really thin, and I should be able to just get through it, but I'm having trouble finding interest in the story. It's just not keeping my attention. We'll see if I like it by the end of it. Yeah? The next book that I will be reading is Leviathan by Scott Westerfield. I'm actually reading this with a friend, my good friend Amanda, who is Smurgs Reads on BookTube, so definitely go check out her channel. She's awesome, and we're going to be reading it together. Yeah, I've been wanting to read this for a long time. It's just been sitting on my shelf, and this month I'm gonna finally pick it up and read it! Ha, ha. And the last book on my list that I want to get through is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. I'm reading this for a project that I'm going to be a part of that I'm not going to talk about just yet because it has not officially been announced yet. By the time you see this, I don't think it will be either. So, but yeah, I will talk more about this in a later video. So yeah, those are the books that I'll hopefully be getting through this month. We shall see. I'm really tired. I shouldn't be filming a video right now because I'm so tired. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon with a new video. I love ya. I love you so much.